Hey guys, what's up? It's Sean, Autotopia, LA, and my friend Nino brought over another of his cars today. You might have seen in a previous episode, we drove his Dart, the one that's the grabber blue, really cool Dart. Well, today he brought over his 66 Nova, also built by the vintage Motorworks guys. I absolutely love the color on this thing. I think the color's extraordinary. And this, like the other stuff that they do, it's a more simple build of an old school approach with some really neat details, some really great touches on it. But ultimately, this is a driver car. Nino doesn't buy cars to hang on to them and put them in a garage. Nino buys cars to drive them, and this thing is every bit a driver. So we're gonna go take it for a drive, walk you guys through the details, and have us a fun afternoon here. So hold on, because here we go. All right, you guys, here we go for a cruise in my friend Nino's 66 Nova. The first thing on this one that catches my eye, I love this color, man. I absolutely love this color. This emerald green just pops, and I think it's a very unique color for this car. I've actually never seen this color on this car. What's amazing too is the paint was done on this car 22 years ago. I mean, 22 years ago, so somebody did a pretty damn good job on the paint job. The only thing Nino did as far as paint, he painted the roof black and he did the vinyl stripes on the front because he wanted to tie it all in. I love these cars like this that are more simple builds, not big dollars, but they look great. You can go drive and have a great time. So let's talk about what he did. Well, he bought the car. It was previously it had been used as a drag car. He bought it and basically tore it apart, pulled the motor that was in there. He bought a 350 crate motor, had it stroked to a 383. It's carbureted. He's got a Demon 4-barrel carburetor on here. It's not big horsepower, 425, 430 horsepower. The engine's mated to a Ford 9-inch rear end. One of the things I love when you're looking here in the engine bay is I love this intake and air cleaner that the vintage Motorworks guys did. How they fabbed it, the two intakes coming in through the grill and ultimately going into this center, very unique Spectre air cleaner. Really kind of a cool flavor in my opinion. Headman headers all the way back, exhaust. Sounds incredible. Is it just me or is there a car just blocking the road here? Welcome to Los Angeles. So as far as the motor goes, overall, pretty simple with some nice touches to it. MSD ignition, you know, again, very simple, very drivable. They made the suspension much better, starting with doing some subframe supports. You'll see the rear end on this, they did a really cool 4-link setup with QA1 coilovers, front and rear, fully adjustable. Tubular upper and lower control arms up front. The wheels you see on here are American racing wheels. Nothing trick, again, just nice accent to the car. I think they're period correct to the build of this car. They're 18-inch wheels. He's running 225s up front, 225 40/18. Rear is 275 40/18. I like how this car is set up. This car is set up as a driver. They gave it stopping power, Willwood master cylinder, Willwood 4-piston brakes, front and rear. Plenty of stopping power for this little car. They gave it a 4-speed transmission. This is a T700R transmission. It's nice having that overdrive gear. I love all the billet stuff all over here. You've got the billet side view mirrors, door handles, the billet hood hinges, just all tasteful, nothing radical, very well done. I love the drag style B&M shifter. So you can, obviously you can just put it in drive like I've got it right now and just go. Or if you want to have a little more fun with it, you can manually shift through the 4 gears. I love here on the interior how there's a mixture of both, you know, some stuff that I want in here. I love the seats. These Pro Scat seats are just killer. I've seen them on a lot of cars. Comfortable, you got good bolstering to them. You've got a high enough back that I feel like I'm safe. They're comfortable. These are the kind of seats you could sit in all day long and drive. Everything about this car is old school. The gauges, very simple, basic aftermarket gauges. It's got the original Speedo, which is kind of funny. The needle's bouncing like this. You guys can't see it, but as I'm driving along, the needle's just bouncing. On this center console here, where the shifter, where the tach, the air to fuel ratio. This is a center console all created by the guys at Vintage Motorworks, and then they had their upholstery guy do it. I think it's great. The billet door handles, the billet window cranks. Woo, that thing sounded good. And then the back seat was all done by the Vintage Motorworks guys. They had their upholstery guy do it. Really beautiful. Nice, simple, elegant touches on this car. You know, it's not one of the radical ones. You guys see me driving some stuff that's pretty over the top. This is a, you know, this is a fairly simple, understated, old school, very classy build. And the thing I think's really cool about it, this is another one where, you know, the investment's not a massive one. His total investment on this car is 45 grand. That's it, 45 grand. I love the over-the-top, exotic, crazy builds. And at the same time, I really enjoy these simple, old school builds. Very, very reliable. Get in, turn the key, warm it up, and go for an enjoyable drive. Just a cool car, man. I've said it probably already too much in this video, but I really like the simplicity of this car. I like the low dollar investment of this car. I love that what you've got here is something that you can simply drive and enjoy. It's going to be reliable. Maintenance on it's not going to be radical. Just a simply cool build. All right, you guys, well, that's it for my friend Nino's 66 Nova. What a cool build, man. Simple, understated, tastefully done. Not big dollars. 45 grand he's got into this car, including the purchase of it. But I think he's got a stellar car that you can go out to any event, have a great time, go for a drive with your pals, go for a Sunday morning cruise, do great little burnouts. You know, it's just a cool car. It's not radical. It's not over the top. This is a reliable, turn the key, go have a great time and drive. And I'm stoked Nino brought it over for me to shoot. We're going to be shooting more of his cars for sure. So, as always, guys, thanks a lot for hanging with me and watching the channel and supporting what we're up to. I truly do appreciate it. And I will see you in the next episode. All right, man. Later.